I have been in Tulum, Mexico for the last few days, resting, celebrating my best friend's bachelorette party, and recording content and eating really great breakfast meals every day. But something I want to share is the honest truth around choosing yourself and the discomfort that can sometimes come with that decision. We know when life feels draining, when the job feels draining, when life feels disappointing, or when you have moments where you feel down and you may feel out. The choice of choosing yourself over everything else, it's a powerful one, but it doesn't always come with ease. I think over time, it becomes a flex muscle where it doesn't feel as daunting, it doesn't feel as heavy, it becomes an easier decision to make. And it's something that you build up to. But realistically, when we do make the decision to choose ourselves, it does come with uncomfort. And that's natural. And that's something that we need to lean into and still choose ourselves anyways. And I believe over time, certain decisions feel less heavy than others to make. Being in Mexico, I've been able to reflect, I've been able to feel, reminisce, plan, visualize, clarify, work on, and build. I've been able to check off some of those boxes in these past 4 days, and that has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I had a feeling earlier today where I did feel a little daunting with the decision that I'll be making soon of giving my notice in these next few days. And with the potential transition into a new role that I actually interviewed for. And we don't always know how things are going to go when you are seeking the job that you want, when you're trying to create the life you desire, when you're also healing from, disappointments. I am still navigating the healing from a breakup. I'm still, trying to visualize what is life at 37 going to be like. Lord, are you going to show me how good it can really get? What does trusting in you continually looks like when I'm in this in between season? I'm showing up on here telling these people my business and encouraging them to exit mindfully. Help me to continue to do the same right now. That is the space that I've been like flowing from, and it's a weird space. It's a weird space, but it's the growth. There's growth happening, and it's a trusting in the Lord and just trusting in his abilities in myself and what he's given me the ability to do. I'm just really leaning on trust and riding that wave and embracing the discomforts that I know are going to stretch me and grow me and continue to change me and transform me. So I hope that's something where if you are stepping into this decision of choosing yourself and no longer holding on to your last lifeline that's been draining you and you're about to cut the cord, just know that you're definitely not alone in that feeling because it's very normal and it's very natural. So choosing yourself, I have a couple notes, isn't just a one-time decision. It's choosing yourself over and over in the guilt, in the discomfort, in the moments where it would be easier to go back to what you know. So if you're in those planning stages of your exit, you feel a little fearful of what it feels like when you finally do make this decision. These are a few things that I want you to know. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable because growth never felt easy. When we are breaking patterns and routines of self abandoning, lacking self trust, it comes with a flex muscle. I know I say that term probably more than I realize, but it's just no different than when you go to the gym after being gone for 10 years and you're rebuilding your muscle again. You're training something and it hurts the next day. You're training something and it's growing the next day. You're training something and the muscle is, shredding the fats. Like you're training and it's building up a tolerance in your body. So the uncomfortable feeling is going to happen. Freedom is disorienting when you've been in a cage. And some of you shared in the comments, because I read your comments and I try to respond to all of them, how long you put in time at your job, how long you have been feeling like you knew this wasn't the right decision or this wasn't the right place, or the levels of toxicity that you've put up with. Or some of you guys, pretty much you signed up and you're like, oh no, this ain't for me. 2 weeks later, you were out. It's disorienting when you do feel like you're caged or you're in a box and you can't move left, right, front, or back to try to get out. The void is real, and you have to learn to sit in it. That is very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. You'll question yourself many times. You'll probably question yourself the moment you give the notice. You're questioning yourself the moment you made the decision, and you still have to choose yourself anyways. And this is what the work looks like, not the Instagram version, not the Threads version, not the posting the picture on the beach. Yeah, create your dream life. This is what it is. No, they don't talk about this underlying stuff. They don't talk about these underlying feelings. They don't talk about these like underlying emotions, like the real work that goes into the mindset shift. Anything that you do that is new, any area in your life that you're growing, any way you're expanding and becoming someone new, there is a mental shift that has to happen. It is required in order for you to actually obtain and embrace that person, that version of yourself, the newness. It's a part of the process. So when we can actually talk about the realness of the process and not like the social media version, yeah, that's the real talk. That's the real talk. So these days in Mexico have definitely been eye-opening for me in a really great way. It's been some discomfort that I'm still working through. There's been some confirmation of certain areas where I'm headed in the right direction. I'm making good decisions in a sense of alignment. And that to me is the most profound thing. I have no idea where any of this or all of this is going to go. But all I can say is I'm choosing myself even when it's uncomfortable every single day, over and over again. And sometimes I have moments where I'm like, God has to be looking down on me like, girl. And all I can do is laugh. So, in the exit strategy workbook, we have an entire module called the first 90 days post exit, and it will talk about what I shared with you, choosing yourself, much more in depth. I think you're going to enjoy it. The decompression plan, how to sit in the voided space and the voided feeling, how to measure success differently when you don't have a boss, a leader, your employer validating you, how to rebuild your identity when you're not defined by your job title anymore. Because nobody tells you about those parts and how to navigate them. They just tell you to quit the job and follow your dreams. But what about when I do that and I have all this stuff coming up in between that decision? Then what? So that's where the real transformation happens. If you're new here, I hope you hit the like, comment, subscribe button. I am Renee. I create daily conversations that help you choose yourself, give yourself permission, and come back home to yourself. And this particular series has really been warming my heart. Oh my God, that bird is beautiful. What kind of bird is that? Oh my God, oh gosh, y'all. I wish I could like turn the camera around and I can't. This series has been warming my heart and healing me and giving me permission. I hope it's been doing the same for you. If you've been here since the beginning, let me know which video you found me on. Let me know what choosing yourself looks like. Let me know if you've even found these conversations helpful. These are things that are just in my head on a day-to-day basis. And I'm like, why do people not talk about this? Well, I guess I'm supposed to be the one that talks about it. Sometimes God will be looking for a blueprint, but God made you the blueprint. And you have to learn how to rise up and step up and let the fear go to be able to walk the path that he's put you on. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm about to get ready to go so I can board my flight. But until the next video, you guys take care. Peace. Oh, if I could get out this chair. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, there we go. Ooh, child.